Oh, you didn't think I was going to take time out today to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac season 7 trailer dropping? Yeah, we have to talk about it. First of all, a lot of things are happening in this trailer from Karen versus Charisse. Yes, Charisse is back in the game. According to rumors leading up to this trailer, we were hearing that she was coming back, but we hadn't seen her filming with the ladies. So let's get into season 7's Real Housewives of Potomac trailer and the date of when the show will be coming back to our TV screens. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So, word on the street yesterday, I knew that this trailer was going to be dropping. You probably, if you follow the necessary folks on social media, we heard that people was going to get this exclusive for the Real Housewives of Potomac trailer. And now we have it. And honestly, I get why people have been missing Potomac, because it is that girl now. Because a lot of you like to judge a lot of these new cities very harshly and forget that Potomac was a climb. I've watched it from the beginning, but a lot of you weren't feeling Potomac until recently. Okay? So, all the ladies are back in the mix, and an old face is back in the mix as well. You know, we've talked about this before, and I've seen mixed reactions, but mostly people saying, we didn't need Charisse. Charisse didn't want to give up her life. Why is Charisse here? According to a source, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, I forgot who it was, because you know we like to cite our sources, but I can't remember off the top of my head. According to them, they saw a confessional look for Charisse. So Charisse, as you know, she is an OG of the Real Housewives of Potomac. She is the woman who connected all of these women for this show. She is that connector. So part of me is like, I kind of want to see Charisse and see her come back. I'm not completely sold on Charisse, but Charisse also was that girl in these arenas. Like, she knows those people in Potomac, and I wanted to see her on the show. Does Charisse have the money and the license? I'm not one of those people that believes that you have to have money in order to be on the Real Housewives of Potomac or the Real Housewives in general. I'm not that person. Yes, I do like to see the lifestyle and things like that. However, I also like to see people that are interesting. I know what you're thinking. She's not that interesting, Kempire. Okay. Okay. But apparently, she's going up against the Grand Dame this season. That was a rumor I heard this week as well. She's going up against the Grand Dame and telling her truths. In the words of Giselle, we shall see. So let me just kind of backtrack a little bit before we get more into Charisse and her return. So apparently, there's still some beef between Dr. Wendy Osefo. And, well, Dr. Wendy's busy. Dr. Wendy, of course, is doing her commentating, professing, and she also has a book coming out, and of course, her candles. So apparently the beef between her and Giselle, although it's not a major storyline for the season from what we could tell from the trailer, at the very beginning of the trailer, the beef is still standing. She's like, we don't have to touch, according to Giselle. I agree. Like, why, Wendy, all of a sudden you want to hug her? I guess we will see how this will play out. But where the scene is happening, this is also where we get Katie Ross. Word on the street, we're going to see Katie Ross maybe a couple of times this season. As you know, Katie has taken to social media multiple times in the last few months and is begging for her job back. Oh, Katie. Oh, Katie. I know some of you are like, yeah, bring Katie back. I like Katie on the show, but I also am concerned for Katie. So I don't know if reality TV is the right arena for her to make a living right now. Okay. So at this event, we do get to see some familiar faces, and I'm sure Charisse was also there. Charisse is a part of this lifestyle in Potomac, and she knows all the important people in Potomac. So I believe we need her. And for the producers to keep this a well-kept secret until recently, I think that was pretty impressive. Even though we were hearing, little things. So, as you also know, during the season's filming, Mia had a health crisis, which she later told us that it ended up not being cancer. But apparently, the ladies are questioning the validity of her cancer scare during the season. We heard about that as well. And I know what you guys are thinking. A lot of you did not like Mia, but I do feel like Mia brought an interesting quirkiness. You don't know 100% of what she's telling you, if it's truth or not, but that makes a great housewife. I'm telling you now, mark my words. A couple of seasons from now, a lot of you are going to be like, oh, Kempire was right. Mia is a great housewife. She has that lifestyle. She has businesses and things like that. She has a quirky, weird personality that I think is great for television. Karen sneaking out of town with another man. One of the other things that I noticed during the season, and this is another thing that I heard that came out from the season, was that Candiace and Ashley found a new friendship during the season. Not sure if that was because of the pending divorce between Ashley and Michael. Anyone notice we didn't see Michael in this trailer besides a flashback? No matter what you want to say, I like Ashley for the show. She is an ish starter. However, one of the things that makes Ashley interesting is also her weird husband. I kind of want to see Michael Darby. I kind of want to see the bromance between Michael Darby and Juan. Okay, I know you all are waiting me to talk about this. Robyn's storyline for the season. We hadn't heard anything about Robyn's storyline. We did report Robyn recently filed for a marriage license. Okay, we're waiting. I think she has until February to use this marriage license. But apparently her storyline this season is that I want a prenup. Robyn, is that what we're going to be talking about this entire season? About you and you addressing a prenup with Juan? It's giving forced storyline again this season. Producers, what are we doing here? Why are we allowing someone to draw out a boring storyline? Do I think that she needs a prenup? Everyone needs a prenup. However, we have to also keep in mind, yes, Juan does decently as a coach. However, this money that they're making on Potomac, and especially because Potomac is becoming that girl of the franchise, she's making good money. She's definitely probably making, no, not probably. She's making more money than Juan. She should secure that. But as you know, I've been saying Juan has been helping her secure her spot on this show. And all Juan has to do is be like, I don't really think they're going to get married. Look, do you guys really believe they're going to get married? I think that they might. Just to prove us all wrong. Okay. Anyway, so that is Robyn's storyline for this season. All right. The other storyline, as you know, we've been reporting, is Giselle and Peter Thomas dating. Peter Thomas has been making the rounds on Bravo's reality shows. He was on Married to Medicine. He was on OWN. He was on Married to Medicine. He was on OWN's Love and Marriage DC, which makes sense. He has a bar there. And now he's going to be on the Real Housewives of Potomac. They're going to visit his other bar in Miami. They've denied the rumors about this, but we shall see how this will play out on the show. Maybe this will confirm any sort of rumors with Giselle and Peter Thomas. Anyways, so I'm guessing that will be Giselle's storyline for the season. Candace's storyline for the season is, I guess she's working on having a baby, maybe? I mean, she's hinted at it on social media. I'm not that interested in that storyline unless it's real. If it's just us talking about it again, then I'm not that interested. But the other major storyline for Candiace is her drama with Giselle. And I reported on this and I told you guys the word on the street, one of the big beefs between Candiace and Giselle, is that Giselle is accusing Chris of flirting with her or insinuating things. Ashley even says that he slips in her DMs. Do I believe it? Honestly, if you saw Chris's behavior at the last reunion, he was definitely drunk. That's where they're saying that Chris did this. They're accusing him of being overly flirtatious with them. At one point, Candiace in the trailer says that you're coming in at 1 a.m. and blah, blah, blah. I think Chris, very much like Todd, will always have this sort of stink on him that he doesn't have a job, that, he's living off of Candiace. Do I believe that? I don't believe that. However, I do believe the overly flirtatiousness. Do I believe that he's cheating on Candiace? Let me see how this season plays out, honestly, because I have an open mind, but let me see how this season plays out. But Giselle, again, you're playing with people's marriages. You better stay single, because the amount of marriages that you've played with over the years, the karma is coming. The karma is coming. Speaking of karma, Michael Darby. We did not see a sign of Michael Darby during this trailer, but we do see Ashley buying a house with him, but then all of a sudden he's not answering her calls. And then she's meeting with her family, talking about raising these kids on her own. We shall see. I'm interested. The trailer got me interested. Unlike some of the recent trailers that we've seen, I am interested in to see how this will play out. We just saw the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City trailer. I wasn't that invested, but I'm going to watch because the trailer, it's a trailer. It's not going to necessarily always grab you. And it might be a really good season. Potomac, this trailer grabbed me more than Salt Lake City, to be honest. Karen, though. So the big beef this season will be between the two OGs. I know Charisse hasn't been on the show, and I've speculated. I said she must have been a horror behind the scenes because they've even edited Charisse out. She will be at a scene and they will edit her out. So when people said that Charisse was there, I was just like, well, let's wait until we see a trailer to see whether or not they don't edit her out. Well, apparently, whatever drama she brings this season, she's bringing it for Karen, and they decided not to edit her out. And I believe, based on what we can see in this trailer alone, she is going to be a friend of. She's meeting with Robyn, she's hanging out with the group, and she's bringing drama with Karen. Karen gets up, don't you talk about my mama. So I'm here for it. Will this mean that Charisse might come back in season 8 as a full-timer? Maybe. Let's see what she brings this season. But the thing that I love about Charisse coming back is that we know that she genuinely is friends with these women. She knows these women. She brought these women on the show. And that's what's important. That's what people keep saying is missing from the Real Housewives of Atlanta and other cities. Genuine friendships. And that's part of the reason why a lot of you say you can't get rid of Robyn, because Robyn and Gizelle are really friends. See? Straight shooter. I can see all sides of it. Here I go twerking on the fence. Anyways. And at the end of this trailer, we get a moment with Mia and her own Mia-ism. Mia-ism? I don't know. Is it on the level of a Chanel Ion? Maybe. But I'm here for the quirky weirdness of Mia. I am. Again, housewife, living that life. Interesting story. Remember, she had a lot of story that she still has not unpacked for, the cameras. And now she has this health scare. I believe that's going to be a big issue. And one of the big things that we didn't mention, Mia throwing a drink on Dr. Wendy Acefo. And Dr. Wendy, we don't see her say it, but we hear her say it. You create a face, B word.
You know feel betrayed. You know what? I feel betrayed.
Potomac, I think people are excited. What was your favorite moment from the Real Housewives of Potomac season 7 trailer, guys? I want to know how you would rate the trailer. Are you excited for the season? Let's continue this conversation below. And as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.